and welcome to our final day of our 7 days, 7 chakras series. We come to the final chakra in our line of energy centers today, and that is the Crown Chakra, located on top of your head, also known as Sahasrara, which is quite a mouthful. It is opening of the spiritual self, like a lotus opening itself to the sun. We are at our best when we acknowledge that all beings of this universe are connected together with an energy we can't even really comprehend. For some, it's difficult to accept that maybe humans aren't meant to know it, only to feel it. If the root chakra exists to remind us of our earthly roots, then the crown chakra exists to remind us to reach for that which we do not have the words to describe. I really liked that little quote there. Also known as the 1,000-petaled lotus, or the centre of a million rays. It is radiating, our crown chakra radiates the sun. This chakra, interestingly, triggers a hormone which influences brain function. The hormone is called the Meda Shaki, okay? This, when activated through strengthening and balancing the crown chakra, influences memory, concentration, and intelligence. The crown chakra is represented by the colour purple or violet. So when we're balanced in our crown chakra, we feel blessed, we feel open-minded, spiritual, peaceful, connected to the universe, and a general collective consciousness to other people, other beings around us. However, if it's unbalanced, we'll be focusing solely on past events, so being really sort of stuck in the past. Similarly, being worried or anxious about the future, feeling like the future is stuck and is sort of fixed or inevitable. Inability to find peace of mind, lack of morals, selfish behaviour, all of those are signs of an unbalanced crown chakra. So, let's come to our mats for our 7th and final day of our chakra alignment series and start manifesting our crown chakra. Okay, my loves, we're going to begin seated. However that is most comfortable for you, whether you're cross-legged, maybe your knees tuck under like in hero pose. Wherever you're coming to, just arriving on your mat, into your body. Really feeling grounded and present throughout this whole practice. I'm going to say right now, I think this practice that's coming up is much more intended to ground us, to make us present, to feel as though we are connected, even though we're in different rooms. So, with this in mind, we're going to be repeating a mantra in our heads for the whole practice. And of course, like with breathing in yoga, sometimes you're really focusing on it, and other times you completely forget you're meant to be doing that because you're focusing on something else. And so when you realise that you're no longer doing that, just come back to it. Don't be upset with yourself. So with your hands facing upwards, palms up towards the sky, really engaging your core so that your spine can come long. You're opening up through your chest and gazes up towards the sky. We will be repeating the mantra, so hum, so hum. It's the most powerful mantra, and I thought the perfect way to round off these 7 days that we've had together. It means I am, or we also can translate it as I am you, you are me. And we are one, we are connected. So, closing your eyes, inhaling for so, Exhaling for hum. Inhaling for so. Exhaling for hum. We're going to carry this on in our own minds, okay? So with every inhale you take, just imagining so, and for every exhale, hum. Really fixating on that sound. So every time I say so now, I'm going to think of that mantra. Resting the hands to the sides of the body now. We inhale, rise the arms up and over, keeping the shoulders relaxed away from the ears, and bringing the hands to rest on the crown of your head. Feel yourself grounding down through your hands. You can feel the weight of them on your head, on your crown chakra. Interlacing the fingers now. And not weighing down too much, but just sort of like gently placing your hands on your head. We're going to take some neck circles now, but with our hands connected to our crown chakra. We're almost using our hands to move our neck and our head with gentle, mindful ease. Inhaling for so. Exhale for hum. Reversing the direction now. So nice, guys. Lovely. Coming back to the centre, bringing arms down to the side, elongating through the spine, and we're coming through to our tabletop. Finding yourself in your tabletop, establishing your foundations here through your arms, through your legs. And before coming into our cat-cows, I'd like you to make a connection between your crown chakra and your mat, as though you're bowing down to however your practice may go today, completely surrendering to the physical practice. Inhaling for so. Exhaling for hum. I am you, you are me. We are connected. Inhale lifts us back up, and we take our cat-cows. Taking this in your own time now. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the back. Inhale, drop belly, lift gaze. Exhale, rounding through the back. I'm encouraging you here to explore your way through your body for this series of cat-cows. So inhaling, exhaling, but now beginning to explore around, maybe doing a few wrist circles, coming from one side of the mat to the other, maybe pushing your hips back towards child's pose, coming back up, maybe even coming towards a low cobra or upward facing dog. Just really making it your own. I always like to imagine how an animal stretches, okay? So if you see a cat or a lion or any animal, any bloody animal, you see them stretching, you don't think, oh, they look ridiculous. And so I don't know where this ego thing comes from with us. We just need to stretch through our bodies, however it feels good. Channel your inner animal, if you will, when you're coming to the mat and stretching. Coming back to centre, elongating through the spine, we're tucking the toes under and sending the hips up and back, downward facing dog, walking your dog now, finding length through your arms and your back. Inhale, gaze lifts, and we step to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bending through the knees, we bring the arms up and over, gaze follows, exhale, hands to heart center. Bringing your prayer mudra up to your crown. Just staying here for a moment, feeling the connection between your hands and your crown chakra. Sending your breath there, manifesting the colour purple in your mind's eye. Inhale here. So, exhale for hum. Lowering the arms down to the sides of your body. We inhale, bending through the knees, lifting the arms up and over. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the hands down to the mat. We step back into plank. Coming down through your own vinyasa now. You should be fairly used to them by this point. Inhale, gaze lifts, and we step up to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise up and over. Exhale, hands to heart center. Feet go hip width distance apart, bending through the knees. Inhale, rise arms up and over, gaze lifts. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to your plank pose. Inhale to come through to your tiptoes and exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the right leg up and away from you, behind you, stretching out long. Inhale for length. Exhale, we step that right foot up to the top of the mat. We're coming into warrior one here, so pivoting on the back foot so that it's a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms lift up. Squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Bring the arms down by the sides, and it's almost as though you're giving yourself a hug. So left arm is going over the right arm here, hugging your arms around you, and then we're meeting them in the middle, so the backs of your palms come to meet. If you are able to take the bind here, I encourage you to do so. Inhale to find length, lift the arms up, lift the shoulders. Exhale, really grounding down through those shoulders, bringing them away from the ears. Scapula goes down. Inhale to find length. Exhale, we unravel this bind of the arms, and we're coming into half moon. So stepping over onto the right leg. You can shorten your stance here if you'd like. It's really nice to use a block here in this pose. So if you do have a block, placing it to the top right hand side of your mat, top right corner. Otherwise our hand is going in that direction. So we're just stepping up, using your hand for stability. Left leg goes long out behind you. You can use both of your hands down on the mat if you'd like. Otherwise we're opening up to the side of the room. Left arm goes high. Left leg is extended and engaged. Gaze lifts, challenging your balance. Inhale for so. Exhale for hum. Bringing the hands down so that you're framing the front foot, stepping the left foot back, finding length through your low lunge. Inhale and exhale, stepping back to plank, coming through your vinyasa. Super, super nice. Holding here in your downward dog for just a moment, coming into dolphin. So externally rotating through your arms. Do you remember that movement there? External rotation through the arms so that the forearms can come down to the mat. And placing your crown onto the mat. Again, connecting your crown chakra to the mat. Maybe walking your feet closer into you. And walking the legs away, coming back to your downward facing dog. Anchoring down through the right foot, we lift the left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Inhale for length. Exhale, we step it up to the top of the mat, in between the hands. Pivoting on the back foot, we come up into warrior one. beside you, give yourself a hug. This time right arm goes over left, and we come back up, meeting the back of the hands together, taking the bind if it's available to you, inhaling to find length. Exhale, we deepen that depth, I suppose, of the shoulders. Gaze lifts. Inhale for so. Exhale for hum. Unraveling the arms now. Shortening your stance of the legs ever so slightly. Aiming your left hand towards the top left corner of the mat and using a block if you've got one. Stepping up to your half moon. Back leg is engaged, going long. Finding a lot of length through every limb, including your fifth limb, your spine. Engaging your core. Gaze lifts up. Inhale for so. Exhale for hum. Inhale, we drop the hands down to the mat, stepping the back foot back. Inhale, find length in a low lunge. And exhale, come through your vinyasa. Bending through your legs, gaze lifts to the top of the mat, and we step up to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bending through the knees, we lift up. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer. Coming to step wide now, in the middle of your mat. Feet are going into diagonal lines here. We're coming into goddess pose. So sinking down into your sit bones, widening your stance as much as you need or like. And bringing your arms up, taking the mudra for goddess pose. Opening up through the chest, gaze lifts. Inhale to straighten up through the arms and legs. Exhale to get deeper. Inhale for hum, straighten out. Exhale to get deeper. Inhale one more time. Exhale, getting deeper. Super, super nice. Placing the hands onto the thighs now. Inhale for length. Exhale, we're collapsing into the left shoulder here, bringing it down towards the ground and finding an openness through the thighs, through the groin. You can rock back and forth, just kind of feeling out that stretch, that openness. Inhale to find length, come back to center. Exhale, collapsing through the right shoulder now. Inhale for length. Exhale, come to the other side again. Inhale for length. And coming onto the other side one more time. Lovely. Inhale to find length. Straighten up through the spine. Now, bringing your feet so that they are parallel to the ends of the mat and taking a hold of your hands behind your back. We inhale, find length and straighten through the arms. Inhale, look up. So, exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Hum. Letting go of the hand hold that we've got going on. Bringing your hands to the mat if it's accessible to you. Inhale to up to halfway lift like we do in our sun salutations. Exhale to deepen that fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing the crown chakra to the mat if it's there for you. option, if it's in your practice, to come into your tripod headstand here. All meeting back in your forward fold. Staying here for one more breath. Hands go to the hips. Inhale, we round through the back and come back up to standing. Toe heel your way back towards yourself and coming into Malasana, yogic squat now, coming all the way down. Beautiful. Using your elbows to widen the stretch of your groin. Inhale for length. Exhale, we come down to the ground. Coming into child's pose now, closing off the practice slowly but surely. Bringing your sit bones to come onto the backs of your feet. And we're just going to, instead of having our arms out in front of us like we often do in child's pose, we're wrapping our arms behind us and bringing the crown of the head to touch the mat. Finding that connection to our crown chakra. Inhale for so. Exhale for hum. Inhale brings us all the way up now. Coming up to our knees. We're coming into camel, which we did the other day for our throat chakras. We're just going to use our hands to help ourselves back. Your knees should be hip width distance apart. And we're gazing up, opening through the front body, slowly leaning back, and perhaps coming to hold the back of the feet with our hands. Relaxing the head down, opening up through the front body. When you're ready to come out, mindfully and slowly coming up, using your hands again to help you up, bringing your neck up last, being really gentle with that beautiful neck of yours. Coming to lie down on the mat all together. Bringing your right knee into your chest and giving it a little hug. Bringing it over to the other side, to the right hand side of your body. And taking hold of the inside of the foot, coming into a half happy baby. Really anchoring down through that leg. Your ankle is over your knee. You should feel a nice stretch through your left thigh here. Channeling the colour purple. Our final chakra together. Letting go of this hold of the foot, bringing your knee back into your chest, extending that leg out long, bringing your left knee into your body. Coming over to the left hand side and taking a hold of the inside of the foot, coming up to half happy baby on the left hand side now, feeling a stretch and an opening through the right thigh. Letting go of this bind, extending that leg out long, bringing both knees into your body now, and coming into full happy baby if you'd like to do so. Taking hold of the outside of the feet, anchoring down through those legs. The lower back is connected to the ground, shoulders are relaxed. Breathing here, still connecting to that breath. Letting go of the hold of your feet, bringing your knees into your chest, rounding through your spine so that your nose comes towards your knees. And we're going to roll up gently to a seated position. Bringing your hands to rest on your thighs, palms up, facing upwards. We bring back that imagery that we do at the end of each of these practices. Imagining now all 7 chakras working in alignment, circling around each other. A healthy connection of energy going through the center of your body. They are all in balance, they are all aligned, they are all healthy and helping you function at your highest and most loving state. With your eyes still closed, bringing your hands together in prayer and bringing your hands to your third eye. Repeating after me in your mind, I am, I trust, I am at ease, I am peace, I am enlightened, I know I am connected. I understand. I am light. I am divine. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. If you've made it this far, then well done you. I'm so happy to have shared that journey with you, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please share it with people. All of this is for free. Just maybe give me a like or a follow or whatever it is that people do. And yeah, thank you. This has been lovely. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Namaste. I look forward to seeing you back on the mat for more classes in the future.